shit bugging. Ah, champ. I don't know why this shit wildin', bro. This shit killing me, bro. Like, for what? That shit just got me tight, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit just got me tight, y'all. I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. Real talk. Shit crazy, bro. Yo, I'm about to do some pre-recorded videos. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm about to delete this shit, bro. I'm not about to build up again and all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to do some pre-recorded videos and all that. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Salute to y'all. I just wanted to say that on my song. Shit crazy work. Technology, yeah, nigga, man, bro, this shit, man, I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know what it is. Dead ass. But that shit got me tight. That shit got me tight. On my soul. It's that OBS, you gotta move your files to your hard drive. Nah. Yeah, hell yeah. Yo, bro, I be doing that shit. I just probably gotta clean my computer a little bit more, bro. It's I got Steam on here, I got video games and all that shit on here too. I probably gotta move all that shit over. Put everything on my hard drive and run that shit like that on my soul. Said, nah, champ, you let the Veil win. Yo, bro, as soon as we went to the Veil, bro, as soon as niggas went to the Veil, it went all downhill. On my soul. Like, these niggas didn't want niggas to praise the Veil? At least we be praising the Veil, champ. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy work, bro. That ass. Shit just crashed out of nowhere. Like, all right, cool, crash. Your Streamlabs just crashed. Like, what? So if I open it, will it put me on the same live? No. Goddamn, champ. On my soul. Goddamn, the telekinesis, champ. Ah, the telekinesis. The Nesis. But it's all good, man. Fuck it, man. We still gonna run it. That shit just got me tight. On my soul. The battle between me and Scrap 53 Avalon, gangster politics caused division. We got to get down. Nah, so what really caused division is your man Aunt Jefe was in jail being a thief, champ. On my soul. Your man Aunt Jefe was in jail being a goddamn thief. That's what happened And we're gonna get into it. Hit that like button, subscribe. At least we pay homage, right? But now we gotta violate. This shit crazy work. But now we gotta violate. So we done heard everything from Jefe is on that dog food chant. Durango says Velikinesis. Salute for the goddamn super chat. My son Velikinesis is crazy, champ. On my soul. Nigga probably celebrated like, yes. Yes, it worked. Nigga was trying to twerk his veil. On my soul. Nigga was trying to make his veil twerk. Champ. It's nasty work, bro.
What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy Young and Jefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail.
You will.
What's the good old big deal with the good old people? Story time with your boy Young and Jefe.
Hold on, champ, because nigga, this everything must be turned on. I almost forgot. Pardon me, y'all. Pardon me. Everything must be turned on, champ. Eventually. See my shit tweaking. This shit wild land, bro.
And I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of story time, scrap from Fire Trey Avalon. Big scrap, that is. So, I told a story about a few months back of a squabble between me and Loft from 1180's Coach, which ultimately, later on down the line,
you better get your shit correct, bro, because I'm already mad, champ. Get your shit together, champ, because I'm already mad.
It led to me being locked up in the shoe at Victorville, and 30 days later being transferred to...
That's two shakies. We on bullshit tonight. That's two shakies. We on bullshit, you heard? That is two shakies. Let me turn my shit on real quick. You was transformed or transferred, champ. Champ. That's two shakies, bro. We not giving you no more shakies or nothing. We just gonna start bombarding you with goddamn images, champ.
Adwater, California. Adwater USP, United States Penitentiary. When I got to Adwater, Adwater was not in the shape of a penitentiary and or USP. It was like a medium. It was a lot of disrespect. It wasn't a lot of politics set in place or politics of the old that should have been in place that was established at that place. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff had diminished. And a lot of it had diminished because the flips of yards and people being down, you know, for years. You know, after years of pushing, you know, I understand, you know, for some people it get tiresome. Some people just let things be the way they are. You know what I'm saying? And definitely if it's not no pushback or, you know, they don't got nobody that's pushing with them, you know, they become...
Mystery Monk with the super chat says, Jefe skull is straight from ancient aliens. He can commune with the Anunnaki. No problem. Communicate? Communicate? Champ. Nasty work. I think he do got a direct solar beam panel, champ. Like I said, that light in there is emitting from the veil. It's not the light on the veil. It's the veil is the light, champ. On my soul.
A part of the riddle. So at Adwater, when I got here, it was out of shape, right? And until it was whipped back in shape, it was almost up there on one of the worst spots that I ever been to. When I got to this yard, I know that this yard.
So Alma Dixon says, why does it sound like a forest burning outside his window? So he has a fish tank, but his fish tank is in his kitchen. He got a fish tank in his kitchen. Let that sink in. Not only is the stove his desk, right, where he does his videos is on his stove, but he also has a goddamn fish tank in the kitchen. I think that's where he keeps his fresh shrimp and, catfish or whatever seafood that he's going to eat for the week. I think he keeps it alive in that fish tank, champ. On my soul. He said he got little goddamn sharks and all that, but I don't know, champ.
Yard was close to 50-50 or like dropout, and I ain't exaggerating. So the medium I had just came from was tougher than the spot. I get there and absolutely I know something have to be done or I'm not going to be at this spot, not programming like this, because the way it was being ran, it was dangerous, and something silly is just waiting to happen. I get here, talk to a few other.
And Jefe said that he needed it to be a little bit more structured, champ, right? You needed it to be a little bit more structured. You didn't like the way that they was programming wherever you was at Atwater, whatever you said, champ. I don't know the name of the jails. All right?
Others, you know what I'm saying? Lefty from Harlem, Low from UG, they feel all the same way. So I'm like, look, I'm about to push the lean, y'all. When I get to the yard, scrapping 5 Trey Avalon, he was already a homie that been down for years and was on the yard. You know what I'm saying? I think this was his second time on the yard. You know what I'm saying? I think he had just came back to this yard, probably had been on the yard probably about 2 or 3 years at this time. So being that, Scrap was a homie, from Avalon, was a gangster off the back, he embraced me. And being that he knew my brother, Tiny Ann, and being that he had been on the yard with other homies.
So Scrap was a gangster, right? That's whatever your set is. So not only was y'all in the same set or had that camaraderie from that, but he also knew your brother. And his name is Scrap from Avalon, right? Copy. I just want to understand who the Scrap person is, because you're diabolical, right? So that was supposed to be your homie, but you immediately started hating on him. Listen.
Other prisons, off the back, he embraced me. You know what I'm saying? So when I get to the prison, the homie Snow from Watergate was trying to move me to his unit. He was in like the workers unit. Over there, that was like the only unit on the compound that had action at the cell phones. You know what I'm saying? That's where the cell phones was coming from. At anybody at Adwater that had a cell phone at that time, because it was very few and they was limited.
So the cell phones is coming in through the workers. Copy. You sound like you're doing the 1090 Jake right now, bro. Because it might have not changed since you've been there. It might have not changed since you've been there. So you're saying a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't been to jail since 2008. Dead ass, like real jail. I still wouldn't be like, yo, the dope was coming in through, or something illegal was coming in through these niggas and through, bro, I wouldn't even do that, because who knows if it changed since then. I don't know if it changed since then, because I ain't been back. Like, you just be saying too much, bro, because you want people to think that you some all-knowing jail nigga. So you saying a lot. But to me, that should be telling. I don't know. I guess I'm just a non-affiliate street nigga, champ. On my soul. But I wouldn't never said no shit like that.
If you got a cell phone, you got it from somebody that worked inside Unicore, and the Unicore building was
Look,
3 blocks. the street block at Adwater. So the homie Snow trying to get me moved over there. While the homie Snow trying to get me moved over there, the homie Scrap also.
So the cell phones was coming from building 3. Copy. So if anybody had a cell phone, all right, copy, cool.
Trying to get me moved over there, unbeknownst to me. Scrap move go through first. I end up moving to Scrap unit. You know what I'm saying?
Did you say unbeknownst, champ?
Over there, while the homie Snow trying to get me moved over there, the homie Scrap also trying to get me moved over there, unbeknownst to me.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I told you, bro, I'm not even playing around, bro. On my show. I'm not even about to play around with you, bro. Dead ass. Not playing around with you today, bro. You really about to get me angry, bro. Dead ass, bro. I'm not having a very good time today, champ. And you about to get me angry, bro. Real talk. Unbeknownst is not a word, champ. Dead ass. It's not, bro. No matter what nobody wants to say, that's not a word, champ. Come on, bro.
Scrap move go through first. I end up moving to Scrap unit, you know what I'm saying, which was 4B on the yard.
So you going to wherever building that they want you to go. Copy. So Scrap was one of your homies that knew your little brother or your big brother or whoever. He was there for longer than you, right? And he also pulled a little move to get you in there with him in his building that he was running at the time in jail. He was calling the shots, right? Copy.
I move over there.
Mm-hmm.
I go on the cell with the homie Solo from Main Street. Rest in peace, Big Solo, 98 Main Street. I go on the cell with the homie Solo. We on lockdown. Was program come up, I get back.
Gotta scratch that booger, champ, on my soul. You gotta scratch that booger, champ. Champ. There's about to be some flying projectiles in this goddamn content I see.
Back to the politics, as you know. So I hollered at Scrap about a few things that was going on in the yard. Scrap really didn't care because at the time the program was what it was. It became the norm to him, and he really didn't care because he had his own thing going. You feel me? He had a allowance coming in every month, a handsome allowance coming in every month, and he was hustling. You know, he can do what he wanted to do, spend his money at his beck and will. So he was comfortable with his feet kicked up. But with that, in the unit that we was in,
you was jealous. Bro was running the yard. He was calling the shots. You was paying attention too much. He had an allowance coming in. He was doing whatever you want. He had his feet kicked up and you had nothing. Right? You had nothing. You was mad about certain things and he didn't care because he was having it his way. He doesn't care about what you're talking about. And you are mad, champ, right? All right.
See, Scrap wanted to be the king of the unit, and
everything
in the unit revolved around him.
So which one was it? Did he want to be king of the unit, or did everything revolve around him? Because if everything revolved around Scrap, then he was the king of the unit, right? Did he want to be that, or was he that? Or I know you wasn't that because you just got there. And you not the type of nigga that's going to walk in and you see the toughest dude and you just going to pop off on him. You're not one of those dudes, bro. Rated R said you was a little vealous, champ. On my soul. You wasn't jealous. You was vealous, champ. Champ. I believe that. You wanted to be the head vel in charge, champ. Get it? You wanted to be the head vel in charge, champ.
And being that he was in the unit the longest out of all the blacks and the homies, I can understand that things would revolve around him. But
so he was the man.
Would other elite man coming in?
Other elite men? You mean other alpha males? Well, other elite man? When other elite men? If y'all niggas was so elite, why y'all in jail? I was the less elite going to jail, bro. You elite when you making money, you on the streets, nigga. You're not an elite nigga in jail, champ. That's an oxymoron. Dead ass. It doesn't make sense. But I understand what you're trying to say. Like when other alpha males come through, you know what I'm saying, y'all jockeying for position. But what you did was something soft, champ. You did something real soft. Listen to how Jefe was in jail. This is his character. This is how he was in jail. He's not a real tough guy. He's a snake. Listen to it.
Into this program, things don't revolve around one dude. You know what I'm saying? That's when things start becoming a body of a government and start connecting. You know what I'm saying? And that's called embracing. Not saying that the homie didn't embrace me. He embraced me in a lot of ways. But just with this program and this TV, seeing the feds, TV go by states and or groups of cards, Crips, Bloods, South, Midwest, DC, or whatever the case may be. In this unit, it was one Crip TV, it was a Bay Area TV, and it was a Bay TV. Then was the blacks in that unit that had the TV. Now, being that Scrap had been in this unit for years, he had the TV program to programs he liked to watch. Here and there, he'd give a little courtesy and ask a homie if they want to watch something. But he had been down in the feds for a long time, and he was kind of stuck in his ways. You know what I'm saying? So everything revolved around him. Me, I tried not to give into too much with the TV stuff, but there was programs that I liked to watch that I was watching at the last spot, and I just wasn't about to be outside all day. You know, I go do my yard runs, check in on the yard, see what's happening, hit the child hall, make sure everything was everything, and back to the unit. So that was like the first initial problem.
So the first initial problem was he ran the TV. He ran everything in there. And you wanted to watch certain things on TV, but you didn't have the heart to fight him for that. You didn't have the heart to step to him and be like, yo, nigga, I'm about to watch what I want to watch when I want to watch it. You're not about to control nothing. We can get it on. You ain't want to do that. Right? So you know what? I'll just go outside for a little while. I'm not going to argue with him about it. But it was bothering you, champ. Right? All right, champ.
Second, hold on. That was the first initial problem.
But you didn't say nothing.
Oh, the second initial problem is at nighttime, the Southsiders, the Southerners, they didn't have a remote to their TV. And Scrap used to lend our TV remote out to them. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he had going on with him, I don't know. But they felt like he was the big dog and he was running stuff. And they used to get the remote for him. But the thing is, Scrap.
They felt like he was the big dog. No, he had the remote. He had the remote on him. So at nighttime, he gave the remote to the Southsiders, the Southerners, the Mexicanos, the Oyes. He give it to them. That's what they got going on since before you got there. Right? But instead of saying something, you did some snake shit. And he's about to get into his snake shit because he think it's cool, right? All right, copy.
Although he didn't watch TV.
Oh, yeah. The second initial's crazy, right? Like, come on, champ. Come on.
TV, I guess, when he went down that night, so he didn't care to get a remote out to them, for them to turn their TV. But me and the homie Solo from Main Street, we had TV shots on our side, and we watched TV when we went down. And we used to have to leave it stuck on one channel. And if anybody had a right to the remote, it's going to be us. let the Southsiders keep their TV stuck on one channel, not us. So I guess before I got there, wasn't nobody bucking this or tripping this, but I have prime real estate, a TV sale. So of course I want the remote. So that's what initially brought everything into play. But
Okay, so you was mad about the TV. You wanted to watch what you wanted to watch, right, Chan? And you didn't say nothing. You was talking to other people and asking other people, yo, always been like this? So this is what goes on? And y'all all right with this? And you didn't say nothing to him. You started doing little snake shit like a little ass bitch. That's what you started doing. You started doing little snake shit to this man like a little ass bitch. Ah, champ. See, people can say what they want to say about Steno, right? They can say what they want to say, bro. But 9 times out of 10, bro, I'm always right. That ass.
But I'm going to back up. That's really the third thing. The second thing is a situation that happened. So it was this guy that was from the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? He knew me and Scrap was homies and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So I guess Suboxone, if you know what it is, Suboxone, not Suboxone, Suboxone on the yard. Those strips, certain different spots go anywhere from $300, $400. $10 strip on the street.
Crazy.
You're killing them in jail. At the time, at Adwater, I think a strip, a Suboxone was going anywhere from like $400, $350 to $400. So Scrap used to buy Suboxones to hustle off of, you know what I'm saying, and eat off the land. So at the time, somebody named CV on the yard, you know what I'm saying?
So you was peeping all Sun movements. He had control over the jail. He was getting allowance from wherever he was getting allowance from. And he was buying Suboxones or whatever it's called, champ, right? And he was making money. And you wasn't making nothing. You didn't have no hustle. You was just in there jealous, a.k.a. vealous, right? Ah, champ. I be knowing it. Showface News says, champ, I thought he was a demon. No demon here, sir. No demon here. We're not looking at a demon, champ. We looking at Grimer. Oh, my soul. We looking at Grimer, champ. A grimy Grimer from goddamn Ghostbusters, champ. Oh, my soul. It's Grimer, champ. That ass. My son had the best high C flavor, too. Not gonna hold you. My son Grimer got the best high C flavor. That ass. Real talk. But that's what we looking at, champ. Grimington. He's a grimy person. Listen to what he does, bro. He about to snake this man twice. Instead of saying what he had to say to him and just popping it off on son if he wasn't fit. This is the same dude that got you in there with him living safe. He pulled you in the module or in the building that he was safe. And now you about to snake, bro.
Saying I had the Suboxone. Scrap had sent word over, and I guess however they exchanged their money, they exchanged money. I don't even think they exchanged money at the time, but see.
You don't know what they did. You don't know if they exchanged money or nothing, but listen to what you do, champ.
CV knew Scrap money was good, so CV give the Suboxone strip to a Midwest dude to take over the Scrap. Instead of him transporting it to Scrap, I guess he don't want to get stopped with it, or he see me and know I'm Scrap homie, and he like, hey, bro, can you take something to Scrap for me? I'm like, for sure, what is it? He like, it's a kite. I'm like, all right, bet. Now, everybody know, if you asking me to take something, either you trust me, or if you are asking me to take something, you got to let me know if something hot, because if you not letting me know it's hot, then that means you trying to set me up. If I get...
Now, bro should have probably told you what was inside that paper, but you should also know you're in jail, right? Whatever somebody gives you to give to somebody else is hot, period. You're in jail. You should already know. I think you already knew, bro. I think you already knew what was in that paper because you knew how they was getting down. Why else would the DC nigga come to you and all that? And you know who he dealing with because you watching them. You jealous. You knew what was up already, bro. Don't try to act like you didn't know what's up. But even if you didn't know what's up, what you did next is diabolical. What you did next is diabolical. Listen.
Caught with it and I don't know what's on me. So if I'm transporting anything and I don't know I'm transporting something because I hadn't talked to the party involved, the person is asking me, what is it? Is it anything hot? I was told no, it was a kite. I take it, throw it in my back pocket. Get on out the barbershop, go in the commissary, holler at a few homies. While I'm in commissary, I asked one of the homies to get me an ice cream. He bought me an ice cream. We in there chopping it up. I go in my pocket looking for some stamps I have. When I go in my pocket looking for some stamps I had, that kite is in my back pocket, along with the stamps. So whether you believe it or not, just that fast, in my mind, probably about a good 15, 20 minutes that passed, I forgot I had this kite in my pocket.
You in the feds, bro. You can be stopped at any time. Somebody asks you to bring something to somebody else. It's wrapped up in a piece of paper, right? You know what it is and you forgot. No, you didn't forget. What you did was you went somewhere where you felt like you were safe and you wanted to see what was in that paper, champ. Or you just wanted to take whatever was in that paper, you wanted to take it out. Dead ass, bro. You was the grimy dude. That's slimy, bro. That's stealing. You not tough for that.
And when I went in my back pocket to get the stamps and the kite was in my hand, it was kind of foreign to me. Like, damn, what's this? So I opened the kite up. And luckily I opened this kite up because I opened this kite up. When I opened this kite, it was just a piece of paper folded, but it had Suboxone in there. So when I seen that, I'm like, okay, bam, you ain't tell me it's hot off the back. This mine's.
You ain't tell me it was hot, so off the back, this mine's? What? Nigga, you not tough enough to watch what you want to watch on TV, but you gonna steal somebody's work that has something to do with your mans? Bro, you did that on purpose because you was jealous. They gave you something to give to somebody. Whether or not they told you what was in it, you were supposed to deliver that package, bro, if you was a solid dude and that was your mans. But that wasn't your mans. You was hating on them. Champ. I can tell, champ. I can tell. That's how you was giving it up in the feds? Psh. That's nasty work, bro.
I get on out the commissary, walk down the trade line, get stopped. It was a bullshit officer that I used to get into it with, and I ain't gonna lie.
Alma Dixon says, I would have respected it more if he's just said, I'm keeping this. No. So what he says is even more diabolical. Champ. What he says is more crazy than that. Watch and listen to what he says.
I could have took the high road, but because he was on some bullshit, I used to pop my shit back. He seen me. Every time he see me, he'd stop me, frisk me, pat me, don't find nothing, let me go on my way. Had I not checked my pocket, that kite would have been back there, and he for surely would have went in my back pocket, got that kite, opened it up, and I'm on my way to the hole for some Suboxone that I don't even know, that I'm told that I'm just transporting a regular kite that's not hot.
That's the excuse you're trying to give to your audience so that you won't be considered a thief. Because maybe some people will hear that like, well, he's right. They didn't tell him what was in there. But once you figured out what was in there, why didn't you take that to your mans, champ? Why didn't you? What does that got to do with your mans? Your mans didn't tell them to give that to you. They decided since that's your mans, they trusted you that you was going to take that work over to your mans, bro. Now, you could have dealt with that with son, like, yo, look, don't have me delivering work. I'm not no goddamn middleman, errand boy, bro. Go ahead and deliver your own kite. Cause that's how it goes in jail. What? Yo, bro, go ahead and deliver your own shit. But you did some nasty shit, right? And you kept it.
I get back to the unit. which I could have said something to Scrap. I never said nothing to Scrap because I was pissed off at other dude. But hey, it's his loss. They gonna have to figure it out.
What? I could have said something to Scrap, but I didn't. Because you was being grimy. You was being sneaky. You was being sneaky. You a big sneaky nigga. That shit don't even go together. Dead ass. That's nasty work, bro. You was being sneaky. Cannonball says that work should still be with him. He used it. Facts. And he didn't say that he made no money off of this work. We never hear about the work again, champ.
So, it finally comes out. Scrap never get the Suboxone strip. Oh, boy, pull up. Hey, man, I gave it to your homie Ant. Ant. I gave it to your homie Ant. Scrap pull up on me. Hey, somebody gave you something for me? I'm like, nah.
I'm like, nah? So they pressed you about it. And instead of being like, yo, I kept it. What's up? I don't like the fact that he tried to put me in the middle of that shit, so I kept it. What's popping? No. Nigga, you soft. No.
So, he bring old boy. I'm like, hey, you told me you gave me that you gave me a kite to get a Scrap, right? He like, yeah, man, I forgot to tell you it's a Suboxone strip. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's gone, bro. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about no kite. I don't know nothing about no Suboxone strip, bro. You feel me?
You asked him, see, and this how I know you lying. You just said nah and all that other shit, and then that was that, bro, or they probably packed you out. Real talk. How you gonna ask him, yo, you told me to give him a kite, and then bro said, yo, I forgot to tell you it was Suboxone in it, and then you say, yeah, well, I don't know nothing about no kite. Bro, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, man, I forgot to tell you it's a Suboxone strip. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's gone, bro. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about no kite. I don't know nothing about no Suboxone strip, bro. You feel me? Like on everything, like that's gone. You know, I got stopped on the compound and all that. I could have got caught with that, bro. Y'all playing games. I don't know what y'all got going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Woo woo. So being that Scrap had a relationship with these Midwest dudes.
This is a fake story.
He was trying to talk me out of like, man, just, you know, bro. I'm like, bro, it ain't no Suboxone strip, bro. That's gone. They said they had a kite for you. It wasn't no kite. That's that. From there right there, that set the division with me and Scrap. He felt some type of way, but he wasn't out of no money. He didn't pay for it, but just because he had...
How you know he wasn't out of no money? Look at Jefe, pocket watching. He wasn't out of no money. So, it is what it is, bro. You was a snake cornball. That's what cornballs do. You did some cornball shit, bro. And you're lying. He changed that story, heavily edited. Facts, show face. Come on. Wasn't nothing you saying was making no sense just now. That's crazy work, bro.
He had a relationship with these dudes.
You a coward.
He felt some type of way because I didn't come up off the thing. But they should have just told me what it was. If they told me what it wasn't like I was going to say no. This the homie, I would have brought it. That started it right there.
So what's the problem?
We was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? How can I describe it? It was like, I ain't going to say friction because I'm not going to be around no friction, but...
No. It was friction because he know that you stole from him. So it was a little friction, but because he know your brother, right? And he cool with your family, he trying to let you live. That's crazy work, bro. You trying to look out for people, and that's how people repay you. It's nasty.
You know, the talking and hanging and lesson, you know what I'm saying? And we start keeping our distance from each other. So, this remote situation come up. So one night, I don't remember what was coming on. It might have been like Love and Hip Hop or something because that was like one of the main shows I used to watch. Probably was coming on, and I was going to my cell with the remote that night.
Love and Hip Hop.
I'm a Crip. I don't need no permission from nobody to ask nobody for the remote. You know what I'm saying? This is a Crip TV, Crip remote. If ain't no homies said nothing about watching the TV or taking the remote to their room that night, ain't no need for me to ask. So I throw the remote in my pocket. I asked a few homies that was sitting there at the table.
You hid the remote? My sister used to do that shit. She used to throw the remote in her pocket and we used to fight over that shit. That ass, nigga. Real talk. My sister 4 or 5 years older than me, nigga. Nigga, we used to scrap over that remote. What are you talking about? You hid the remote? You's a coward. How come you ain't go up to him and tell him, like, yo, bro, I'm keeping the remote? Because you know what his program is. He's going to give the remote to the Southsiders, champ. But you went there 5 minutes before lockdown and you hid the remote in your pocket? Bro, you really, yo, listen, anybody that was talking crazy to me about Jefe, eat Frank, on my soul. Eat Frank. Anybody that was talking crazy to me about Jefe and how much of a gangster he is and all that, eat Frank. If he not sending 100 niggas to me, he can't do nothing with me. Period. If he, the only power he has is other 8 trade niggas that's in the world. And they may do something for him if he has that type of power. That's the only thing, bro. He's soft. Him as a person is soft. Soft. I've never hidden the remote. I never did none of that other crazy shit, bro. This is crazy work. You know what was going to happen. That nigga was going to come to you and ask you, so why you ain't go to him? And be like, bro, I'm keeping the remote tonight, bro, and get that situation up over with. You did some little lame shit, bro. You stole his work, and now you trying to hide the goddamn remote, bro. This is crazy, bro. What type of nigga is you?
Hey, but at the end of the night, y'all watching TV. Ooh, they like, oh, but I already know they ain't got TV sales anyway. So boom, I put the remote in my pocket.
So why you ask them?
Go to the email room.
How come you ain't ask the nigga that run the TVs? Why you asking these niggas that don't got TV sales? Just so you can feel better? Or so you can tell the story a little better? It's crazy work.
Shoot my last email out for the night. Scrap come to the table looking for the remote. The homie's like, man, Ant got it. He pull up on me. You got the remote? I'm like, yeah, what's up? What's going on? He like, let me get it. I'm like, for what? I'm like, you watching TV? Like, what's going on? They about to lock us down in the next 5 minutes. What's up? He like, oh, man, you know, I was going to let my Southsider partners see it. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, me and the homie about to watch TV, bro. You know what I'm saying? After that go off, we trying to flip to something else. And the nigga wasn't being on no bullshit. I was just being real with him. Like, I'm like, so he like, you know, well, I been had this going on with him. And I had to tell him, Scrap, look, bro, it don't go like that. I'm not these rookies. It's not my first fast spot. I know you've been down for a minute. It don't go like that, period, bro. If they don't got no remote, that's they bad. They need to put it on what they want to watch. It ain't no that they flicking the TV all night, this and that. So then he try to play me with, like, you know, what I live on the side that they own. So certain nights, you know, they'll turn to certain things on their TV for me. I'm like, Scrap, look, check it out, bro. I already hollered at the homie, bro. You do not watch TV at night, bro. Like, cut it out, bro. Let's stop playing, bro. I got the remote, bro.
Yo, nah, bro. Yo. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Rikers or anywhere, nigga, you'd have left that shit with $150 on your face, boy. Talking crazy. Niggas would have opened you, champ. You wildin'. How you gonna tell a nigga he don't watch TV at night? Come on, bro. You lying. Showface News say, oh, this is cap. Yeah, bro, he's lying. He took the remote, or he hid the remote, and then he got beat up for it. Or he never touched the remote, but he did steal some work. That ass. He's bugging.
So that's where it went from. So me and him going back and forth about the remote, and I don't know what was exchanged between me and him that made me call him out his name, but I called him out his name. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you a bitch.
Cause you was hating.
So when I say that, he like, what? I'm like, bro, you heard what I said. Like, what's up? Now I'm ready to take it there because I'm like, you arguing with me about this Mexican dude. So all the homies, they at the table looking. So he just like, you know, looking like, man, like, what's up? That was that. Right in the moment of that, the police call lockdown time. Police like lockdown time, you know what I'm saying? I spin off, start walking towards my cell. Once I get towards the path
with the hidden remote, on my soul, you timed it very well. You waited until 5 minutes before the shit was gonna happen, and you was hoping that he didn't come there while you was still sitting right there. But he came there and he asked you about it, and you're saying that you did all this shit. You called him a bitch for his programming, how he was programming, bro. right? But you didn't do none of this shit tough. You didn't steal his work tough. Nigga, I used to run down. Nigga, what? Bro, listen. Bro, listen. I used to run down on niggas broad daylight, bro. Bro, you ain't never run down on nothing broad daylight and take nothing off nobody. You never took a pack off nobody, ran down on niggas and took a pack off niggas. You never did none of that shit, bro. You stole one Suboxone strip from somebody that trusted you because you was supposed to be a friend of the person that was supposed to receive the kite, champ. It's nasty work. You're a deceiver.
Of walking upstairs, me and Scrap make eye contact. He's about 15 feet away from me, the area I just walked from. We make eye contact. He like, you a bitch. Soon as he say that, I turn around and come back downstairs. The police look up. Police right there by itself. Police look up at me like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. All right. I turn around like, oh, man, nothing. I was just looking for something. I go back upstairs, right? I'm not going to get to him. Police in the pathway. Ain't no need for me to make a scene, get sprayed under that, trying to get over there to him. I go upstairs to the cell. That whole night, I can't sleep. I'm burning, bro. I don't even sleep that night. I wake up the next morning as soon as I hear the cells being...
You mad about what? You got the remote. You got the Suboxone. Why you still mad at him? Bro, listen. You got the remote. You got the Suboxone. So instead of watching TV like you wanted to do, you still mad and jealous at him. What he did, bro? He piped your shorty or something? He must have did something else to you, bro, because I don't know why you so mad at this dude, bro. You called him a bitch first. You stole his Suboxone. You stole the TV remote from him. You was hiding the TV remote under your belly. You called him the B word, and he said it back, and now you mad all night about it, and you can't sleep. Ah, champ. I think your conscience was messing with you, bro. I think you was a little scared and anxious because you ain't know what was going to happen the next day. Dead ass.
And unlock, I'm up, boom, I hop up, run downstairs, go down there to his cell. They started downstairs first. When I go to his cell, he not up in the cell. So I'm looking around for him. I look across the hall. I see a lot of movement going on in the homie Outcast from 46 neighborhood cell. Go over there to his cell. He in there, the homie Outcast from 46, the homie G-Man from the hood. I go over there, open the cell. What's up? You got to get down. The homie G-Man like, hey, hold on. I'm like, bro, it ain't no hold on. Me and the homie G-Man had words. Police start coming out looking. I got to do some damage control. Walk away from the cell. All right, bam. They called a wreck move. I spin outside. Start politicking with the homies. The homies on the opposite side of the yard, they out there like, what's going on? I'm like, hey, look, bro, it's a situation, bro. I know I ain't tripping, but tell me if I'm tripping. Boom, me and bro got into it. I called him a B in his face. Nothing transpired. I walked away.
Bro, why you telling this to other people, bro? Yo, bro, if you walk into a cell and you see somebody that you trying to fight and you like, yo, bro, let's get down, and somebody else can stop you with words, you didn't really want to fight that person. I believe you was scared. I believe you went to sleep that night, right? Well, you didn't go to sleep because you were scared the whole night. I believe you were scared the whole night, right? And when you woke up, champ, you went and you started bitching at a rapid rate. Oh, my soul. You was bitching to other people that didn't have nothing to do with what you had going on. Tell me if I'm tripping, bro. It don't matter if you tripping or not. If you tripping, you already tripped, bro. You called the nigga a bitch. You already tripping, champ. What you mean? You already tripping. Real talk. You already wildin', champ. You stole a man pack. You done stole a man remote. And you called him a bitch. You tripping, champ. That ass.
Bro called me a B in front of the police, bro. You feel me? Homies like, what? So other homies start falling out the unit. They asking them what happened. Homies like pretty much like, yeah, well, why he said it's fact. So I'm like, look, bro, we we got to get that out the way. You feel me? If not anything else, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that day, Scrap happened to be having a visit. You know what I'm saying? There's people was coming to visit him that day. So when he come out and the homies like, hey, yeah, bro, look, that was really like what you did in front of the police, that was a PC move. And if the homie...
So you told on them? So you told on them, and then you got some other Crips to press him for you. Oh, yo, this guy is crazy, bro. He's tough? And he's tough, bro?
We really want to press the line, like, you can be removed from that because you did that in front of the police. You know what I'm saying? So Scrap like, man, look, I'm just trying to go to my visit, bro. I'm like, man, go to your visit. You go to your visit, you already know what's up. He go to his visit, come back from his visit,
bro. That's nasty.
we go in the unit, we get that little situation out the way. You know what I'm saying? We get it out the way. After we get that out the way, you know, he hit me like, bro, man, everything cool, bro. It ain't no further problems between us. I'm like, no, bro, it ain't no problem between us, period. It's just that the way that you trying to politic, you know what I'm saying? I'm politicking this way. And it seems like our politics is running into each other, bro. And, you know.
Nah, bro, you stole from him twice. You didn't go to him and tell him, like, yo, bro, listen, we trying to watch TV at nighttime, bro. I'm taking the remote at nighttime. You put the remote in your pocket while nobody was around. You didn't tell him, yo, bro, put me on as far as the sales is concerned, bro. You stole his work. And then after all the things he get, you call him the B word. Come on, bro.
You feel because you've been on this yard this long amount of time that you had the seniority to do what you want to do, bro. There's Crips here, bro, that's standing on business, bro, and not going for that. Definitely not for no other groups and not for no other races that's not going to do it for us, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. So that was one of the many situations with me and Scrap, and led to us having to squab, you know what I'm saying, and get it out the way because, you know, that bitch handle was used, although it slipped out my mouth first. But it was just like, you know, it was like just a build-up of things going on around there that I felt like, bro, why we even playing, bro? And I know that you probably been in the feds before me, and you think that because a lot of people, because they been somewhere before you're older than you, they think that they understand the dynamics of the political structure better than you. And I was just like, you know what I'm saying, nah, bro, we ain't going like that. So that was the situation, you know, with me and Scrap had to get that fade out the way. With that being said, man, I'm going to conclude that there, man.
You a snake, you're a coward, you're a cornball, you're soft, and what else, champ? You're untrustworthy. Just a whole bunch of things that's not good, bro. A whole bunch of things that's just not that good, bro. Dead ass. That was nasty work, bro. You stole from that man, bro, and then you tried to turn other people against him. You clocked all his movements and you hated the way that he was running that tier or building or whatever it was in that prison, bro. You wanted to be him, right? So you did some nasty shit. Instead of being a man and doing it the right way, you did it the cornball way, and I can't respect that at all. On my soul. I can't respect that at all. Yo, listen, man. Y'all make sure y'all go hit that like button, subscribe. I'm going to be dropping some more content, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the notification bells and all that. This shit was crazy work what happened tonight, but we still here. I guess we got 2 lives for tonight or whatever. Anybody that didn't tune into the last part of the live, tune into the last part of the live, the last video I dropped. And I'll be back tomorrow, champ. All right? Salute to y'all. I'm out of here, man. Peace.